Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Cave of Collectibles. Today I wanted to show off one of my favourite pieces in my collection. It's one of the only smaller scale statues that I'm keeping, but it's the Wonder Woman in Training Armour by DC Collectibles. I hope you all enjoy this video, and I hope you love this piece as much as I do. Cool, so there we are. I've changed some of the settings on that camera, so let me know, you guys, if you think the picture's better or worse and how it's looking. But this is the box of the piece. It's a beautiful box. This is one of my favourite statues because I think the likeness of Gal Gadot is actually spot on, and I fell in love with this piece from the moment I saw it. So here's the front of the box. As you can see, it's also celebrating 75 years of Wonder Woman. There's the side of the box, just a nice side-on picture of the statue, and even from the picture there you can tell of the resemblance to Gal Gadot from the Wonder Woman movie, numbered limited edition. There's the back. Whoops, it's a little bit dusty, sorry. Some of the other Wonder Woman pieces which they released for the movie. I do love that horse one, but I think that's a bit hard to find now. The side and the top, we just got the Wonder Woman symbol with some clouds behind it, which actually looks pretty nice, to be honest. And let's flip it over to the back, and this is piece number 1595 of 5,000. So now we're seeing the box. Here is the piece itself. Excuse the lighting, I can't quite work it out, but the flesh tones are actually darker than what they appear like in the camera. So I think it looks a little bit better in person than what you're seeing in the actual camera. But I'll give you a quick overview of the piece, just so you can get an idea of what we're talking about, and you can have an idea of what the piece is like as a whole. And then we'll get some close-ups, and I'll tell you what I love about this piece. Now, I think the paint application is absolutely spot on. You look at the armour, you look at the skirt, this flesh, it all looks really, really good, and I'm really, really impressed by it. One thing which I'm not necessarily a fan of, or one of the downsides of the statue, not that there's many and I'm just being really picky, is I'll show you when I zoom up, but you just see the shape of the lasso there. It's not exactly straight, it's like it's been curled or creased in the box. But otherwise, guys, it is a beautiful piece. Now let's get some close-ups. So let's begin at the bottom and work our way up. I reckon I really need a Lazy Susan for the future reviews for the statues. As we'll talk about the base, the colour of the base is actually great. And as you can see, it is the Wonder Woman symbol, almost like the... But you see there, it's almost like a golden colour once again. I reckon the colour is better in person than what the camera is picking it up. But if we zoom out, it's actually a really large base, so unless you've got a lot of space to display the statue, it actually takes up a lot of shelf space for being such a small statue. But now let's look at these boots. These boots look great. Let's focus, there we are. Boots, you will call them. Leggings, armour. I don't know, what do you think the Amazons call them? Let's try and keep it in focus for you all. But they look great. There's some great detail in there, great colours. And if we get in nice and close, the paint application on here is actually spot on. I've been really lucky with my one. There's some of the DC statues in the past I've had issues with. You can see a little bit of overlay there, but you can just see the detail they put into this piece. It's absolutely incredible, and it really, really matches her likeness, and it really, really matches the armour which we see in the movies. So if we come up here, we'll see her legs, and you can make out the flesh tones. Now, unlike the Sideshow Wonder Woman piece I've got, there's not a lot of shading in this flesh. It's just pretty much a solid tone. But then again, the price points between one of these statues and a Sideshow statue is drastic. But then, as soon as we get into the skirt, you can see the detail in there. You can see it's a bit darker around the edges, which it obviously would be. So there is a few different tones there, and you can see there it's actually a different piece from her leg. It's not actually attached, so I'm not sure what it's made out of. It doesn't feel like polystyrene. I'm not sure what it's actually made out of, but yeah. There's not a lot of shading on here again, but once again, from a distance, it looks really, really striking, and I'm actually really happy with it. Now we'll move up and we'll take a look at this army here. This is one of the highlights, I believe. The colouring, the detail. I think it looks absolutely spot on from what the movies had it like. If we turn her around, you can see all the details in it. You've got the buttons are down there. Oops, there we go. It's just so textured. It's sculpted on, but it actually looks like proper leather that she would be wearing when she had one of these. You can see the belt meat there, the belt, the strap, whatever you call it, all the way up and over her neck and down there. It is a beautiful piece, guys. I really encourage you, if you're on the fence about this piece and if you can find it anywhere for a reasonable price, get it. So we'll move on now to one of the things which I don't like about it, which I mentioned before, is the lasso. I think the colour is fine. It's a very similar colour to the armour. If I wanted to be super picky about it, I would say it's probably too muted, especially when she's using the lasso in the movies. You notice it's much more golden, especially if you look at the new trailer for Wonder Woman 1984 that's came out. It glows on it glows like a really, really golden colour. But if you look there, once again, you can sort of see how angular it is. It doesn't look like it's just sitting naturally. And then you come along here, and the same thing over here. I think it's a bit more pronounced on this side. You can see how it's just juts on a bit harsh angles. It's like this is string, and it's like they painted the string, and it hasn't dried in a natural position, which is causing the paint to hold it in a particular position. But apart from that, I do love this piece. And then look at the gauntlets here as well. I'll pick it up so you can see the bottom now. It is really wedged into the base, so I'm not worried about the base falling off. That's one gauntlet there. And as you can imagine, the other one's pretty similar. I'll go up over here so you can actually see the details on the other side. It's a pretty awesome piece. You've got the straps there, but you can just make out one of the mold lines of the piece in the center of that gauntlet down there. Down here, it is detailed, it's colored well. The paint application here is a little bit messy, but you don't really notice it. Oops, sorry guys, it's not focusing. There we go. You've got the leather straps on the arm. Now guys, let's move up to the face and the hair. Now once again, I don't think the camera is doing this piece justice, but seeing it in person, it looks incredibly like Gal Gadot. Let's zoom in right up close to the eyes. For a piece by DC Collectibles, for a very reasonable price tag, I don't quite remember what I paid for it or what it retails at, but man, I'm really super impressed with the quality of this piece. It looks a bit more. There we go. I reckon that looks like it's got a perfect likeness there. The face structure's the same, but the flesh tone isn't 100% accurate. But you can tell who it's supposed to be. And then we've got the hair up here, which I think is some incredible looking hair. Some of the better looking hair I've just seen on the statue, with the amount of detail gone into the plait down her back. Down there. That looks awesome. But guys, I'm really, really super happy with this piece. There we are. And just the other side of her face. Even looking on the detail of the ear there, it's a beautiful looking piece. There we are from the front. And just to round it out, I want to show you all where I've got her displayed. Just on the shelves in front of all my Wonder Woman comics. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see another review or another close-up of another statue in my collection, or any particular statue, let me know and I'll try and get that done for you. But otherwise guys, I would love it if you could like and subscribe, leave a comment below and all of that. But otherwise, have a great week and I'll see you all in the next video.